Om Shanti. I am recording this message for those of you who are participating in the Yogic Experiment. So now we are a little bit more than halfway through. We started in the beginning of July with, it's about 120 participants now from Norway and Iceland who made the commitment to meditate once a week, at least once a week, or like to participate in a session. And it has been a very beautiful journey together. Very nice to be with all of you online. And it's still possible to join. If someone is seeing this now and wants to join, most welcome. But in the meditation on Wednesday, last Wednesday, I mentioned something that I had found. I was just at home and I found a paper. I'm having it here. Something that I found in a closet, and I hadn't seen it for many, many years. And then I started reading and it just felt very inspiring. So I really felt like just sharing it with you. And it seemed like significant for this now, for the beginning of August, maybe to take with us into the coming weeks. And August is a special month at many Brahmakumaris, or at all the Brahmakumari centers around the world. It's a month of purity, and it's a month where we pause and reflect on what is my next step in terms of self-transformation. It's at many meditation centers we meet, we have this what we call a Raki tight. It's like a thread of like gold, symbolic, because it's the symbolic for making a new vow, new promise to the self of some step that I'm now willing to take. So it's a very beautiful month, and so we can also make advantage of that and really enjoy the month of August and inviting something new. July is over, which is usually more like a summer vacation and all of that, but now August has come and something new is now waiting to be revealed to us. And as an inspiration, I'm going to read not the whole message, but just some parts of it that could be like an inspiration for the next weeks of August. And the suggestion is to have like a fasting of waste thoughts. So this message is from Dadi Diaki, who was the head of the organization. She passed away a few years ago, 104 years old. She had then been meditating since she was 20 years old, so for more than 8 decades. And she was a very powerful person, extremely powerful in terms of her mind. I think she once participated in some kind of experimental research where scientists were testing her mind, and it turned out that she was one of the most stable persons in the world at that time. So very, very powerful. She had very little formal education, I think only 3 or 4 years, and that was when she was maybe 8 to 12 years old or something. No university or high school or nothing. So she was kind of self-educated and educated through reflection and of course through learning from others as well, but a very original thinker and very original way of being in the world and serving the world. So it was a great inspiration for myself and so many others. So I'm just going to read a few lines from this personal message from her. So she passed away, so this message is a few years old, but still very, very relevant. And it says here, a personal message from Dadi Diaki. Dearest companions in world transformation, my sweet brothers and sisters, please accept multi-million-fold love and remembrances from Madhuban, the land of blessings, your home. So the land of this place of Madhuban is a place in India, a very beautiful, powerful, spiritual place where she used to stay. And then she says, there is now 1 month left for our homework. Love will guarantee us victory. Have you hoisted the flag of God's love in your heart for all time? All we have to do is pay attention to keeping a clean intellect and still mind. For this month, increase your checking power and make a firm promise to maintain a fast of waste thoughts. So I'm just going to repeat. There's so much in this. First she's saying, all we have to do is pay attention to keeping a clean intellect and still mind. For this month, increase your checking power and make a firm promise to maintain a fast of waste thoughts. Sometimes we fast, like we decide I'm not going to eat any sugar, I'm not going to, some of us have tried different fasts. But now she's suggesting that actually to make a fast internally in terms of my thoughts, it's not even just about negative thoughts, but also waste thoughts. And what are waste thoughts? Waste thoughts could be thinking too much about the past, planning the future, thinking about other people's opinion about me, like all these kind of thoughts that are not really uplifting and they are very draining of my energy, actually. And she's saying keeping the intellect clean, the mind still, and just keeping myself very clean internally with uplifting thoughts. So this is the challenge for August. I'm going to read a little bit more. When you teach yourself to think of the right things that bring you benefit, that is called disciplining the mind. A strong and healthy intellect is required to keep the mind in order. How much do you exercise your intellect? Taking the intellect beyond is an essential exercise. When the line of the intellect is clean and clear, we will always experience Baba's help. Understand these aspects and practice them. Try this for one day. You will see the difference. Take a few moments out every hour and go beyond. Start with detachment. The slightest attachment to a human being or to my own sanskars, which is like my own personality traits, or my own ideas or opinions, prevents me from being an observer. I must be detached and an observer in order to remain unshakable. It will then be my state that does service and creates an atmosphere of love. So I'm not going to read more now, but this is the homework, is to practice few moments every hour, to just take a few moments when I detach from everything, even from my own ideas, opinions, even from my own personality, and just become the soul, which I am anyway, a being of light and love. So maybe just for half a minute per hour, few times per day. That is the practice. And if I do this every hour, if I'm checking myself, I'm taking myself beyond, I'm stepping out of whatever is happening in life just for a few moments and just reminding me my main role in life, my main part in life is just to be a loving soul. That's it. No need to have too many thoughts and opinions and ideas about things. And with this detachment, I will be better to contribute and to see things in a clear way. It's not that I'm just passive and I don't do anything about what's happening in my life, but it's about increasing clarity and doing things from a place of love rather than being like totally absorbed in whatever is happening in my life. So I think it's a nice homework for the month of August to maintain a fast of waste thoughts. And maybe just one more thing to add to that from my own experience, that I remember that when I started to meditate 20 years ago, I often had very negative thoughts about myself. I used to very much put myself down and like feel that I was not good enough, etc. And if I made a mistake or did something that I was not happy with, very quickly I would put myself down. until at a certain point in my life where I just took a very conscious decision that I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm just going to stop putting myself down, criticizing myself. And I can learn, of course, if I make a mistake, I need to learn from that, yes, but no need to criticize the self or put myself down. So I found this extremely helpful, and since then, I haven't gone into the same pit again. And if some wasteful thoughts about myself come up, I'm quite quick now to see it and stop it. So that is part of waste thoughts as well. So if we're doing a fast to waste thoughts, it also means no wasteful thoughts about myself. Really feeding my mind with those powerful, uplifting, nurturing thoughts, which is what spirituality is all about. So I think that's it for now. I just thought I would record this instead of just writing a mail to you, and I look forward to continuing the experiment for the next month. It has been a very good experience and so lovely to see all of you online, getting to know the faces. So it really feels like a beautiful group, even though we don't know each other maybe that well. So see you online very soon. And until then, just wish you a very good weekend. Om Shanti.